Angle of friction. The angle of friction between any two surfaces in contact is defined as the angle which the resultant of the force of limiting friction F and normal reaction R makes with the direction of normal reaction R. We'll understand it in better way with this diagram. You will see here, this is a block. The weight of the block is working perpendicular downward direction. So the normal reaction is working in upward direction. This normal reaction we are representing either with the N or R. Here in this direction, parallel to the surface, a force of friction is working, which is represented with F. You will see that, as we know by the law of parallelogram, these two forces, the normal reaction and the force of friction, is represented with the two sides. These both are represented with the two sides of the parallelogram. And so the resultant of these two, the normal reaction and the force of friction, can be represented by the diagonal which is started with this point O, or started with the coincident point of R and F. Okay, so you will find in this direction, OB direction, the resultant of R and F will be there. Now, according to the definition of angle of friction, it is stated that the angle between the resultant of R and F with the normal reaction. So this is, this side OB is the resultant of R and F, and it is making angle theta with the normal reaction, which is represented with the side OA. So this angle theta is called angle of friction. The angle of friction is the angle between the resultant of R and F and the normal reaction. Okay, now you will see that we'll just complete this parallelogram OABC, where OC is equal to F, this force of friction, OA is equal to R, and OB is the resultant of R and F. So if we just take this theta angle, and if we are taking tan theta here, we'll find that tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. So this theta, tan theta is equal to perpendicular, that means AB, and base means OA here. So tan theta is equal to AB upon OA. Now AB is equal to F, this is the force of limiting friction, and OA is equal to R. So tan theta is equal to F upon R. Now we'll see the tan theta is equal to F upon R, but we know here F upon R, this ratio of the force of limiting friction and the normal reaction, are always a constant quantity, and it is called the coefficient of limiting friction, which is represented with the letter mu here. So this mu is the coefficient of limiting friction. So tan theta is equal to mu, or you can say theta is equal to tan inverse mu. That means the angle of friction is equal to tan inverse mu. So what we'll find here, the angle of friction is equal to tan inverse mu, or you can say that tan of angle of friction is equal to coefficient of limiting friction. Angle of repose. Angle of repose or angle of sliding is defined as the minimum angle of inclination of a plane with the horizontal such that a body placed on the plane just begin to slides down the incline. That means you will find here this is the inclined plane, and in this inclined plane, suppose if I am just with the horizontal, this is making some angle, okay, and if I just started increasing the angle of inclination, you will find that after some time this body starts sliding. After some time the body starts sliding. That means this is called the angle of inclination. This angle with the horizontal is called the angle of inclination. Okay, so here you will find angle of inclination in which the body started sliding. That angle of inclination is called the angle of repose. That minimum angle of inclination is called the angle of repose, or it is called the angle of sliding. Okay, now look at here in the figure. This is a block. The weight of the block is working perpendicular downward direction, mg, and this is an inclined plane. Consider this plane as O, this plane as O, A, B. Okay, so the plane is OA, which is making angle theta with OB when this body starts sliding. So this angle theta, that means this minimum angle of inclination theta, is called the angle of repose or angle of sliding. Okay, now in this block, other forces which are working here, one is the weight perpendicular downward direction, it is working, and a normal reaction R is also working, but that will be perpendicular to the surface. Perpendicular to which surface? OA, on which the block is kept here. Okay, so this is working in this perpendicular direction, perpendicular to the surface, the normal reaction. Now you will see here, this angle is theta. So this triangle you can watch here, this triangle here, this angle will become 90 minus theta. If it is 90 minus theta, then obviously this angle will be also theta. The whole is 90, so this much is 90 minus theta, so this will be also theta. That means now we are in the position of resolving this mg in two rectangular component. The one component which is towards the angle theta is mg cos theta, and opposite of that mg cos theta, or you can say the next component will be mg sin theta. Okay, which is working in this direction. Now at this angle theta, the block start sliding down here on this inclined plane. So obviously a force of friction will be working opposite to the direction of motion. This force of friction will be working opposite to the direction of motion. So here in this direction the force of friction is working. Okay, now you will see that obviously you will find here the force of friction F, it is balanced by mg sin theta, and the mg cos theta component is balanced by R. So we can write the equation here just by writing F is equal to this force of friction F is equal to mg sin theta, and R is equal to mg cos theta. So we will write now here the F is equal to mg sin theta, and R is equal to mg cos theta. Now you will see that this is here F upon R. We'll see F upon R. That means we'll take the ratio of these two equation which we have written here. So it will become mg sin theta upon mg cos theta. Simply mg will be cancelled out, and sin theta upon tan theta will be equal, sin theta upon cos theta will be equal to tan theta. That means this tan theta is equal to f upon r, but we know very well that this f upon r is equal to mu, the coefficient of friction. In this case, as the block started moving here, so the f is equal to you can say f is a limiting friction, so f upon r will be equal to coefficient of limiting friction. So tan theta is equal to mu here. In place of f upon r we can write mu, because f upon r is equal to mu, coefficient of friction. Okay, so what you find here, tan theta is also equal to, here the tan theta is equal to mu. Previously we have seen that, suppose that time also we have mentioned the angle of friction as theta, and a little bit change if I will do here, like this theta I am just writing as alpha, suppose. So this will become mg cos alpha, and this also become mg sin alpha. Okay, so that this equation also become mg sin alpha, and r is equal to mg cos alpha. So this is also become like this, mg sin alpha upon mg cos alpha, and this is also tan alpha is equal to tan alpha is equal to f upon r. Okay, so purposely I have changed this sin theta angle as the alpha angle here. Okay, because previously the force of angle of friction we have mentioned as theta, now this time angle of repose I have mentioned as alpha. Okay, now what I have found here, tan alpha is equal to mu, and alpha is the angle of repose, and previously we have seen that tan theta is equal to mu. Okay, where theta is the angle of friction. So what you can say simply, tan theta is equal to tan alpha, because both are equal to coefficient of friction. Okay, that means theta is equal to alpha. So here we can say theta is angle of friction. So the alpha is equal to, this alpha is equal to angle of repose. That means the angle of friction is equal to angle of repose, and that's why I have changed the sign alpha here, means the angle of repose I have taken alpha, so that we can distinguish between the angle of friction and the angle of repose. Okay, so the angle of friction is equal to angle of repose. Acceleration of body down a rough inclined plane. Here you will see this is an inclined plane AB. The angle of inclination is theta with the horizontal AC. The mass of the block is given here m, and when a plane is inclined to the horizontal at an angle theta, which is greater than the angle of repose, that means if it is greater than angle of repose, obviously the mass will be started sliding here. The body placed on the inclined plane slide down with an acceleration a, suppose. So you will find that here, if it is moving down, the block is moving down with acceleration a, that means the net force, which is F, is responsible to produce acceleration a, and that must be equal to ma, mass into acceleration here. You will find this is angle theta, and the weight of the block or the body is working perpendicular downward direction, and if it is angle theta, obviously this angle is also equal to theta, and the mg is now resolved into two component. Here in this direction mg cos theta, and in this direction it is mg sin theta. Because the block is moving down or sliding down, so the force of friction will work opposite to it. This is small f. The small f is represented the force of friction which is working in this direction. So F is equal to force of friction. That means the net force on the body down the inclined plane will be equal to F, and this is equal to mg sin theta minus F. You will see here in this inclined plane, you will find here mg sin theta is working in this direction and F is working in this direction. So obviously the resultant of these two will provide F, and because F is working in this direction, so mg sin theta must be greater, and so that the mg sin theta minus F will provide this capital F, or you can say equal to MA. Okay, so here you will find now F is equal to mg sin theta minus F. This F is equal to mass into acceleration MA, and it is mg sin theta here. Now this force of friction, as we know, the F upon R, the ratio of force of friction and the normal reaction R, this is equal to coefficient of friction mu. So we can write F is equal to mu R. Okay, so in place of F we'll write here this is F equal to mu R. So I am just writing here in place of F mu R, where mu is the coefficient of friction and R is the normal reaction. You will see that MA is equal to mg sin theta and mu. Now from the figure you can observe here this normal reaction R, is balanced by the normal reaction R is balanced by mg cos theta. So in place of R we can write mg cos theta here. Okay, so you will see that MA is equal to mg sin theta, and this is minus, in place of R, as I told you, the place of R will write mg cos theta. Okay, so M we will take common here. This is g sin theta minus mu, it is g cos theta. Okay, so would be cancelled here and it will become A, the acceleration is A, g we can take common now, that is sin theta minus mu cos theta. So this will be the acceleration produced on the body which is sliding down on this rough inclined plane. So the acceleration is equal to g sin theta minus mu cos theta. Work done in moving a body over a rough horizontal surface. You will see this is the rough horizontal surface. Consider this M dash. A block of mass small m is kept here. So the weight of the block is mg, and the normal reaction is working perpendicular to the surface, that is R. So the normal reaction R is balanced by mg, or you can say the mg is balanced by r. Now if we apply a force capital F here in this direction, the block start moving, and after some time the block displaced s distance, as you can see here, and reach to this point, this position. So the capital F is the applied force and the motion is in this direction. So the friction force small f is working opposite to it. That means if the motion is uniform, and in that situation this force F is equal to small f, that means the applied force equal to the force of friction F here. Okay, so we'll write in this case that small f, the force of friction, is equal to capital F here, and you will see that the R is equal to mg, and what we know here, the work done, if we'll just calculate the work done, so we know that the work done is equal to force into displacement, the force into displacement. The force which is working here is the applied force F, and the displacement is S here. The force F is balanced by friction force, so we'll write this as a small f and into S. But one more thing that we are knowing here, the force of friction F upon the normal reaction R, this is equal to mu, that is the coefficient of friction. So in place of F we can write mu R here. So it is equal to, in place of F we'll write mu R upon S. This is the work done in moving a body over a rough horizontal surface. So the work done is equal to mu R S, but already we have seen the R is equal to mg, R is equal to mg. So in place of R we can write here mg, so it is mg s. Okay, that means the work done is equal to mu mg s. So if we are knowing the coefficient of friction of the surface, mass of the body, acceleration due to gravity, and the displacement, we are able to calculate the work done in moving a body over a rough horizontal surfaces, which is equal to W equal to mu mg s. Work done in moving a body up a rough inclined plane. This is a plane AB. You can see here a body of mass m is to move up on this rough inclined plane AB, which is inclined from the horizontal angle theta here. You will see now the forces which working on this body are mg, the weight of the body perpendicular downward, normal reaction, that is perpendicular to the surface AB. If this angle is theta, this must be also theta. Already we have proven this. Okay, so mg is resolved in two component. This one is mg cos theta and this is mg sin theta. You will see here, because the applied force is in this direction, upward direction, that is represented with letter F, capital F. That means the block must be moving in upward direction. So the force of friction will work against the motion and is represented here with a small letter F. This is working downward direction on this inclined plane. So you will see now the forces which balanced each other, that is R is balanced mg cos theta, and the force F, that is the applied force or the net force, you can say simply, this is equal to mg sin theta plus small f. So we are writing here the force, reaction force R, which balance mg cos theta, and the net force F is equal to mg sin theta plus F. Now we'll see here, since work done is equal to force into displacement, so we'll see after applying force F, capital F, the object is moved up to S distance up a rough inclined plane. So the displacement we have written here S, and the force is F, capital F. So work done is equal to F into S. Now work done is equal to F. In place of F we can write mg sin theta plus small f multiplied with S, or work done is equal to mg sin theta. Now once again we'll use relation of F upon R equal to mu, or F is equal to mu R here. So in place of this small f we'll write mu R, this is S. Now you will see the work done is equal to mg sin theta plus mu, but R we have written here, that is mg cos theta and multiplied with S. So we can write the work done is equal to mg sin theta plus mu cos theta multiplied with S, or we'll write mgs sin theta plus mu cos theta. So this will be the work done in moving a body up a rough inclined plane.